Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. At Silver Health Talk, we believe that aging gracefully means taking small, mindful steps that can help you feel more comfortable in your own body, and that includes taking care of your eyes. Let's take a moment together, just to breathe and settle into this gentle conversation. As we age, the world we see can start to change. The colors may not feel as bright, reading might become a little harder, faces may blur at a distance, or perhaps you've noticed needing brighter lights than before. These aren't just inconveniences, they're signals. They remind us that our eyes, like every part of our body, deserve a little extra care as the years pass. Today, I'd like to share something simple with you. Not a supplement, not a procedure, but rather something natural, something small. Seeds, specifically, 3 humble seeds that you can find in most kitchens, which may gently support your vision over time. These seeds aren't a magic cure, and I want to be clear, we're not claiming they can reverse eye problems, but when added thoughtfully to your diet, they may nourish parts of the body that quietly support visual health, like your retina, your blood vessels, and the delicate surface of the eye. Before we talk about the seeds themselves, let's understand why your vision may be changing in the first place. After the age of 60, it's common for the tear film, the thin layer of moisture that coats your eyes, to become less stable. That leads to dryness, irritation, and discomfort. At the same time, oxidative stress caused by everything from sunlight to poor diet can slowly wear down the delicate tissues of the eye, especially the retina. The retina, as you may know, is the part of the eye that receives light and sends images to the brain. It's incredibly sensitive, and like any sensitive organ, it thrives when it's well nourished. The good news is that many natural foods contain compounds that the retina appreciates. Antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin E, and zinc. These nutrients have been studied for their supportive role in visual function. But seeds in particular, flax seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds, may offer an easy way to bring more of these nutrients into your everyday meals. We'll talk about each one in detail soon, but first, let's explore why these little packages of nutrition may matter more than we think. Let's begin with the simple truth. Seeds are life. Inside every tiny seed is the blueprint for an entire plant: roots, stems, leaves, even fruit. That concentrated energy means seeds often contain dense nutrients, many of which can support human health in subtle, meaningful ways. The first seed we'll talk about today is flaxseed. Flax seeds have been known and used for thousands of years. They're rich in a type of plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. This nutrient has long been studied for its potential to support cardiovascular health. And what many people don't realize is that good blood flow also plays a crucial role in eye health. You see, the retina depends on tiny, delicate blood vessels to deliver oxygen and remove waste. If those vessels become narrow or inflamed, the retina can't function at its best. That's why nourishing your circulation is so important, especially as we age. Flax seeds may also help support the tear film we mentioned earlier. Some studies have suggested that omega-3s can enhance the quality of the eye's natural moisture, easing dryness and helping the surface of the eye feel more comfortable. For many older adults who experience that scratchy, irritated feeling, especially in the morning or late at night, small changes in diet may offer quiet relief. And flax seeds offer more than just omega-3s. They're also a source of lignans, a type of antioxidant compound that may help fight oxidative stress, that slow process that can wear down cells, including those in the eye. Now, one thing to remember: whole flax seeds are difficult for the body to digest. That means it's best to use ground flax seeds, often called flaxseed meal. You can stir a spoonful into oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, or even soup. The flavor is mild, almost nutty, and it blends well into both sweet and savory foods. Another helpful tip: try to store your flaxseed meal in the refrigerator or freezer. Because of the oils inside, flax can go rancid if left out too long. Keeping it cool helps preserve its freshness and nutritional value. Of course, adding flax seeds to your diet won't bring immediate changes to your vision. This is a long game. It's about gentle, consistent nourishment, the kind that respects your body's rhythms and supports your health quietly, over time. As with any dietary shift, it's wise to speak with your healthcare provider, especially if you're managing conditions like blood pressure or diabetes. But for many people, flaxseed is a simple, affordable way to begin supporting their eyes from within. In a moment, we'll move on to our second seed, one that's even smaller, but just as powerful. But for now, just take a breath. You've already taken a meaningful step by being here, learning, and giving your health the quiet attention it deserves. Let's turn our attention now to another remarkable seed, chia. Chia seeds may be small, but they carry a powerful legacy. Once a staple of ancient diets in Central America, these tiny seeds are now known worldwide for their gentle, yet wide-reaching nutritional value. And for our eyes, especially as we age, chia seeds may offer quiet, consistent support. Like flax seeds, chia seeds are rich in plant-based omega-3s, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. These fats can help support circulation and calm low-grade inflammation in the body, both of which are important for maintaining eye comfort and retinal clarity. But there's something unique about chia seeds. When soaked in water or other liquids, they form a soft gel-like coating. This property may seem simple, but it hints at another strength: hydration. For many older adults, staying hydrated becomes more important and more difficult. The body's thirst signals may fade with age. The eyes, being mostly water, are among the first to feel that subtle dryness. And while chia seeds aren't a replacement for drinking water, they may help retain fluid in the digestive system and support more stable hydration levels throughout the day. That soft gel also makes chia seeds versatile in the kitchen. You can add them to smoothies, stir them into yogurt, or even create chia puddings, a soft, spoonable treat that pairs well with fruits and a touch of honey or cinnamon. Nutritionally, chia seeds also bring fiber, calcium, and magnesium to the table. These are important not only for digestion and bone health, but also for overall stability, helping the body maintain the balance it needs to age comfortably. You may be wondering, do chia seeds really help my vision? Here's the honest answer: they are not a quick fix, and they are not a replacement for glasses, eye drops, or professional care, but they are a supportive ingredient, part of a bigger picture. When included regularly in your meals, they may help your body maintain the quiet processes that keep your eyes nourished and clear. And that's the heart of this message. Care doesn't always come in the form of something dramatic. Sometimes it's a few small seeds, a glass of water, a quiet moment of reflection repeated day after day. So if you're already enjoying chia seeds, that's wonderful. And if not, consider this an invitation to try. Up next, we'll explore one final seed, a slightly larger one, often overlooked, but filled with value. Until then, take a deep breath and thank yourself for listening with intention. You're doing something good for yourself, and that matters. Now, let's take a closer look at the third and final seed in our journey: pumpkin seeds. Compared to flax and chia, pumpkin seeds are larger, heartier, and more familiar to many of us. You may remember roasting them during autumn seasons, or enjoying them as a crunchy snack. But beyond their taste, pumpkin seeds are a quiet treasure trove of nutrients, especially for your eyes. What makes pumpkin seeds special is their rich content of zinc. Zinc is one of the most important minerals for long-term eye health. It plays a critical role in maintaining the structure of the retina, supporting night vision, and assisting in the body's use of vitamin, another nutrient essential for clear, comfortable sight. As we age, zinc levels may decline, and that can affect how well we see, especially in low light conditions. You might notice it's harder to drive at night, or that your eyes take longer to adjust from light to dark. While many factors can contribute to these changes, supporting your zinc intake may help gently reduce the strain. Pumpkin seeds also contain other vision-friendly minerals like magnesium, copper, and iron, along with powerful antioxidants such as vitamin E. These compounds may help reduce oxidative stress, a slow, silent process that, over time, can damage delicate eye tissues. In addition to their nutritional benefits, Pumpkin seeds are easy to add to your routine. They can be eaten raw or roasted, tossed into salads, added to soups, or blended into trail mix. Just a small handful, about 1/4 of a cup, can provide a meaningful amount of zinc, fiber, and protein. For the best nutritional value, look for unsalted, raw, or lightly roasted pumpkin seeds. Salted or heavily processed versions may be less beneficial, especially for those watching blood pressure or sodium levels. There's also a comforting rhythm to preparing and enjoying pumpkin seeds. Taking a few minutes to roast them at home, season them lightly, and enjoy them slowly can become a mindful practice, one that connects nutrition with care and habit with healing. Of course, like with all the seeds we've explored, pumpkin seeds are not a cure or a replacement for medical treatment, but they are part of the solution, a gentle, accessible way to nourish the body and support your vision from within. When used alongside regular eye checkups, proper hydration, and restful sleep, they become another thread in the fabric of your health. Next, we'll take a moment to reflect on how to bring all three seeds together in a balanced, simple routine, one that's both practical and kind to your body. But for now, just pause. Consider how something as small as a seed can carry so much life, and how, even now, your body is ready to receive that life, gently and quietly. Now that we've explored the unique benefits of flax seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds, let's talk about how you can bring these nourishing ingredients into your life in a way that feels easy, natural, and sustainable. You don't need to make dramatic changes overnight. In fact, the most lasting health habits often begin with something small: a single spoonful, a quiet cup of tea, a moment of intention. So let's take a calm, step-by-step approach to building a simple seed routine that supports your vision and your overall wellness. To begin with, think about your daily rhythm. Are there moments in your day where you already prepare something? Perhaps breakfast, an afternoon snack, or an evening meal that could become a home for one of these seeds? For example, ground flaxseed blends beautifully into warm oatmeal or a smoothie. Just 1 tablespoon offers a meaningful amount of omega-3 fatty acids and fiber. You can stir it into a morning bowl without changing the flavor much at all, yet you'll be nourishing your eyes and supporting your digestion at the same time. Chia seeds offer a different texture and can be used in both quick meals and make-ahead dishes. You can sprinkle them into yogurt, mix them into overnight oats, or create a small pudding by soaking them in almond milk or coconut milk with a dash of cinnamon and fruit. It only takes a few minutes of preparation, and the result is both comforting and nutrient-rich. Pumpkin seeds, on the other hand, are perfect for snacking or adding a gentle crunch to salads, soups, or stir-fries. If you like to snack during the day, consider replacing salty crackers or chips with a small handful of unsalted pumpkin seeds. They offer a sense of satisfaction and a mineral boost without the heavy processed ingredients. The key to success is not forcing yourself to eat all 3 seeds every single day. Instead, rotate them. Give your body variety. One day might include flaxseed in your breakfast, another day chia pudding in the afternoon, and maybe pumpkin seeds as an evening snack. Over time, this diversity offers a wider spectrum of nutrients and keeps things interesting and enjoyable. If you're new to any of these seeds, introduce them slowly. Pay attention to how your body responds. Some people may need to adjust the amount of fiber gradually, especially if they're not used to high fiber foods. Drinking plenty of water can help everything move smoothly through your system. And remember, food is not just fuel, it's care, it's connection. It's a message to your body that you are still paying attention, still investing in your well-being, still believing in the quiet power of change. Next, we'll gently explore how these seeds fit into a larger picture, one where aging is not a decline, but a deeper invitation to live with purpose, clarity, and peace. As we continue this conversation, let's take a step back from the seeds themselves and look at the bigger picture. Aging is often spoken about in terms of decline, of losing strength, sharpness, or independence. But here at Silver Health Talk, we believe something different. We believe aging is also a form of deepening, a time to connect more meaningfully with your body. your choices, and the gentle rituals that shape your life. Your eyes are part of that story. They have seen decades of memories, people you love, places you've been, books you've read, and the quiet beauty of everyday moments. And now, as the years move forward, your vision may be changing. That change is real, and it can bring its own challenges, but it also brings awareness. It reminds us to care, to slow down, to look at the world and our bodies with fresh attention. That's why nourishment matters. When you add flax seeds to your morning bowl, or chia to your afternoon snack, or pumpkin seeds to your dinner salad, you're not just eating, you're participating in a practice of care. You're choosing foods that speak quietly to your body's needs, especially the needs that come with time. This is not about chasing youth or pretending aging doesn't happen. It's about embracing this chapter of life with wisdom and respect. And part of that wisdom is knowing that small actions like incorporating 3 simple seeds can accumulate into long-term support. We often hear phrases like, eat to live, but perhaps a more fitting idea at this stage is eat to support your eyes, your comfort, your clarity. Because the choices you make now ripple into tomorrow. And this isn't only about physical health. Nourishment also affects how we feel emotionally. When you prepare food that's gentle, nourishing, and thoughtfully chosen, you create a kind of rhythm that soothes the mind. You reconnect with the sense of agency, the quiet belief that you can still shape your health, one mindful decision at a time. There is also something grounding about nature's design. Seeds, after all, beginnings. They are the first step of life for a plant. And when you invite them into your body, you're symbolically inviting renewal, not of youth, but of vitality, purpose, and calm. In the next part of our conversation, we'll explore some additional gentle practices that complement the nourishment you've just learned, things like hydration, light exposure, and rest, and how they work together to support the comfort and clarity of your vision. But for now, take a quiet breath. You are listening. You are learning. And that, in itself, is an act of health. Now that we've explored the nourishing role of seeds in supporting eye health, let's gently shift our attention to a few additional habits that can quietly enhance your vision, care habits that work in harmony with the foods you eat. The first is hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst can fade. We may drink less water without even realizing it. But your eyes, just like your skin, joints, and organs, rely on steady hydration to function well. Dehydrated eyes can feel dry, scratchy, or fatigued, especially after reading, driving, or spending time in dry environments. A simple practice is to sip water consistently throughout the day. Instead of large gulps all at once, aim for small amounts every hour. Warm herbal teas, infused waters, and broths can also contribute to your daily intake, making hydration feel comforting rather than forced. Next, consider the power of light, particularly natural daylight. Your retina needs exposure to gentle, natural light in order to regulate many internal systems, including sleep and mood. Spending even 15 minutes outdoors in the morning or early afternoon can help. Find a quiet bench, a garden, or even a shaded porch, and just let your eyes experience the natural world. This exposure not only supports your circadian rhythm, helping you sleep more soundly, but also gives your eyes a break from artificial screens and fluorescent bulbs, which can cause strain over time. Another habit that supports vision is rest, not just sleep, but also moments of stillness throughout the day. Your eyes, like the rest of you, need breaks. If you've been reading or looking at a screen for a long time, pause and close your eyes for a minute or two. Let the muscles that control your focus relax, or try the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. This simple practice reduces tension and helps preserve clarity, especially for near-vision tasks. And finally, consider the role of gentle movement. Walking, stretching, or even light yoga encourages better blood circulation, and that includes circulation to the eyes. Movement also reduces stress, another hidden factor that can affect how your body feels, how your vision functions, and how well you rest. These habits are not hard. They're not expensive. but they are meaningful when combined with nutrient-rich foods. Like the 3 Cs we've discussed, they become part of a whole-body approach to aging with grace. Coming up next, we'll explore what to avoid or reduce in your daily life, not out of fear, but out of care, to help protect your eyes and preserve your comfort in the years ahead. But for now, just take a breath. Let these ideas settle. And remember, small, quiet changes often lead to the most lasting results. While adding supportive habits and foods can gently nourish your eyes, it's equally important to look at what we might need to reduce or remove, not out of restriction, but out of care. Your body, especially your eyes, can only handle so much. As the years go by, the effects of certain choices, even ones that once seemed harmless, can build up and quietly interfere with your comfort, clarity, and daily well-being. Let's begin with something many people don't realize affects their vision: excess sugar. When blood sugar levels are consistently elevated, even just slightly, it can affect the tiny, delicate blood vessels in the eye. These microvessels are crucial for delivering oxygen and removing waste from the retina. Over time, high sugar intake may cause them to weaken or become inflamed, which could impact how well your eyes function. This doesn't mean you must completely eliminate sweets, but it may help to gradually reduce added sugars, particularly in processed snacks, sugary drinks, and packaged foods. Instead, turn to naturally sweet options like berries, apples, or a small square of dark chocolate when you crave a gentle indulgence. Next is excess sodium, or salt. While our bodies do need some sodium to function, too much of it often hidden in canned soups, frozen meals, sauces, and snack foods can contribute to fluid retention and increased blood pressure. Both of these may indirectly affect the eyes, leading to puffiness, pressure, or even blurred vision over time. Choosing low-sodium alternatives, cooking more meals at home, and seasoning with herbs instead of salt are all gentle ways to reduce your intake without losing flavor or satisfaction. Another area to reflect on is screen time. It's become so common: television, phones, tablets, and computers that we hardly notice how long we stare. For aging eyes, this can create a unique kind of strain. Long hours spent focusing at one distance can tire the muscles of the eye and reduce natural blinking, leading to dryness, tension, and visual fatigue. A few simple habits can help. Try to take regular screen breaks, adjust your lighting so it's soft but clear, and at night, consider reducing screen use an hour before bed. This supports both your eyes and your sleep quality, which in turn helps your eyes recover overnight. And finally, consider the impact of smoking or regular exposure to smoke. Even secondhand smoke can introduce oxidative stress into the body, and the eyes, with their sensitive tissues, are particularly vulnerable. If you smoke, reducing or quitting can be one of the most powerful decisions you make for your vision and overall health. If you're exposed to smoke in your environment, finding ways to limit that exposure, such as using air purifiers or increasing ventilation, can help too. The purpose here is not guilt or pressure, it's awareness. When you understand what may be quietly wearing down your vision, you gain the power to shift, little by little, with care. Let's take a moment now to bring everything together. You've learned about 3 seeds: flax, chia, and pumpkin, and how each one may gently support your vision by delivering key nutrients like omega-3s, zinc, antioxidants, and fiber. You've also explored small habits like hydration, natural light exposure, mindful movement, and restful pauses, all of which help your eyes feel clearer and more comfortable. And finally, you've reflected on what to reduce or avoid: excess sugar and sodium, extended screen time, and environmental stressors like smoke or dryness. That may feel like a lot. But here's the good news: you don't need to change everything at once. The goal is not perfection, it's rhythm. And the first step is choosing one simple practice to begin with. Maybe that means sprinkling a spoonful of ground flaxseed into your breakfast each morning, or soaking chia seeds the night before so they're ready for your midday snack. Or perhaps keeping a small dish of pumpkin seeds by your favorite chair to reach for when you want a healthy, satisfying crunch. These are not big gestures, but they are acts of care. In the same way, You might place a glass of water beside your bed each night, or open the curtains a little wider in the morning to invite in sunlight. You might take a few extra seconds to look away from the television and rest your eyes, or choose an herbal tea instead of a sugary drink. One seed, one breath, one moment of stillness. That's how true change begins, not through force or urgency, but through small, repeatable actions that become part of your life. And over time, those actions add up. You may begin to notice that your eyes feel less dry in the evening, that you can read a little longer without strain, that the world seems just a little more vivid when you're outside in the sunlight. These aren't miracles, they're signs that your body is responding to your care. That's what we believe here at Silver Health Talk. Not in overnight transformations, but in the power of slow, steady nourishment, the kind that honors where you are and gently supports where you're going. In the final part of this series, we'll leave you with a few words of encouragement, a quiet reminder that your health journey doesn't end with age. In many ways, it's only just beginning. If you've made it to this final part of our journey, I want to say something simple and sincere. Thank you. Thank you for choosing to spend time here, to listen, to learn, and most of all, to care not just about your health, but about yourself. Because caring for your vision isn't just about what you see, it's about how you see yourself in this season of life. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, your journey matters. And your daily choices, the foods you prepare, the time you set aside to rest, the small shifts in your routine are part of a quiet commitment to stay present, to stay connected, and to stay well. You've now learned how flax seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds, 3 tiny gifts from nature, can support the nourishment of your eyes from the inside out. You've learned that your eyes are more than just tools for vision, they are windows through which you experience the world, and they deserve care. But you've also discovered something deeper, that health, in these later years, doesn't have to be complicated or extreme. It can be calm, it can be grounded, it can be built on rituals that feel good, like sipping warm tea, walking in soft morning light, or choosing foods that bring both comfort and benefit. At Silver Health Talk, we believe that your later years can be vibrant, not because you do more, but because you do what matters. You live with presence, you eat with purpose, you rest without guilt, and you learn with an open heart. If this message has brought you even a small moment of clarity, encouragement, or peace, then it has done its job. Your health is still yours to shape. Your body is still listening, and your choices, no matter how small, still ripple forward into tomorrow. So go gently, go slowly, and go with confidence. And as always, at Silver Health Talk, we'll be here offering calm, trusted guidance to support your journey, one quiet conversation at a time. Let's take one more moment not to learn more, but to sit with what we already know, because sometimes, it's not new information that changes us. It's hearing the right words at the right time, in the right voice, when our heart is quietly open to receive them. By now, you've learned how 3 humble seeds can play a small but steady role in protecting your vision: flax for its healthy fats, chia for its hydration and fiber, and pumpkin for its powerful minerals. You've considered small shifts in routine, a glass of water here, a walk in the morning light there, and you've opened yourself to the idea that change doesn't require force. It simply requires presence. But here's something deeper to carry with you. Your eyesight isn't just about your eyes. It's about your perception of life itself. What you choose to notice, what you choose to cherish, what you allow yourself to see. Even when the world becomes a little blurry or dim, clarity is not only measured in sharpness, it's measured in awareness. At Silver Health Talk, we speak to older adults, not because you are fragile, but because you are powerful in a different way. Seasoned, thoughtful, grounded, and your choices, made slowly and with wisdom, are some of the most meaningful choices a person can make. In these years, health becomes more than survival, it becomes about comfort, connection, dignity, and peace. Your meals, your movement, your rest. They're not just habits. They're small, sacred rituals that reflect how much you still value being here, being alive, and being present. So as you move forward, I invite you to ask yourself, What's one small way I can nourish myself today? What can I release that no longer supports my health? What can I gently add that helps me feel more steady, more whole? Because your journey isn't over. It's evolving, slowly, beautifully. And if your vision isn't quite what it once was, that's okay. You still have eyes to see the people you love, the morning light, the quiet spaces that hold peace. And you still have time to see yourself with new eyes. Eyes that recognize your strength, your softness, your effort, and your growth. This is not an ending. It's a beginning of a deeper kind of seeing. Let's imagine something together for just a moment. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so, and picture yourself 6 months from now. Younger, someone different, still you, but perhaps a little more rested. A little more clear, more steady. What has changed? Maybe you're still enjoying the same breakfast each morning, but now it includes a spoonful of flaxseed. Maybe you still go for the same walk, but you've begun to notice the golden light hitting the leaves. Or maybe nothing looks different at all, but inside, there's a deeper rhythm. A quiet voice that says, I'm caring for myself. That version of you, your future self, isn't built through grand resolutions or overnight results. They're built from small acts that you repeat, softly, without punishment or pressure. Every time you choose water instead of soda. Every time you pause to rest your eyes, even for 20 seconds. Every time you reach for a handful of pumpkin seeds instead of a processed snack. You're shaping that version of yourself, and you're telling your body, I'm still listening, I'm still here. You see, your health isn't a checklist, it's a relationship, a long, evolving conversation with your body. And like any relationship, it's built not on perfection, but on presence. It's okay if some days you forget, or skip, or feel tired. What matters most is that you return gently, without judgment, to the practices that support you. The curiosity, and the willingness to take care of your future self. So write yourself a quiet promise. Not in ink, but in habit. A promise to keep your vision in focus, even if the world looks fuzzy. A promise to nourish yourself, even if your appetite is smaller than it once was. A promise to slow down, not because you're weak, but because you're wise. At Silver Health Talk, we believe in aging not as a fading, but as a sharpening, a deepening, a way of finally seeing what truly matters. And the most beautiful part, you're already doing it. You've taken the time to learn. You've chosen to listen with care. And now, every small step forward is part of your healing. Let's take a moment now, not to add more information, but to simply pause and affirm what you already know. Because wisdom isn't just what you learn, it's what you remember. As you sit or lie comfortably, allow these affirmations to settle gently into your body. You can say them softly, aloud, or simply listen in silence. Either way, these words are here to encourage, to comfort, and to remind you that you are still in conversation with your health. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any pressure or expectation. You are enough. Just as you are now. Read or receive these affirmations. I nourish my body with care, one choice at a time. I am learning to see my health as a relationship, not a race. I allow myself to age gently, with grace, wisdom, and kindness. I give my eyes the rest, hydration, and support they need to feel comfortable and strong. I welcome the power of small foods like seeds to support my wellness in quiet, lasting ways. I honor my body for all it has carried me through. I release guilt or regret, and I focus on what I can do today. My health decisions are acts of love, not obligation. Every glass of water, every mindful breath, every nourishing meal is a step toward comfort. I trust the wisdom within me to guide my health, one moment at a time. Let those words linger for a moment. You may feel warmth in your chest, a softening in your shoulders, or simply the space to breathe more freely. This isn't just a script, it's a pause, a window of stillness in a noisy world. And if all you take from this moment is a little more peace, then that's more than enough. In our next and final part, We'll offer a soft wind-down reflection, a closing passage you can use again and again whenever you need to reconnect to your calm center. But for now, just rest in the knowledge that you are tending to yourself, and that every seed, both literal and metaphorical, holds the potential for gentle transformation. As we come to the close of this time together, let's return to stillness. Let's imagine the last light of day softening across your living room, the quiet hum of the evening beginning. You've listened, you've learned, but more than that, you've chosen to stay present, not just to this video, but to yourself. That is rare, that is sacred. So, before you return to the rhythm of your day, or settle into sleep, let's take a moment to simply acknowledge what this has meant. You are not chasing perfection. You are not trying to reverse time. You are partnering with it. You're inviting health in, not with urgency, but with trust. You're honoring your vision, not only the sharpness of your sight, but the clarity of how you now see your life. You see the value in small seeds, in soft practices, in slowing down, and perhaps, most powerfully, you now see yourself more clearly, and just as someone trying to stay healthy, but as someone already doing it. That deep breath you just took, that's a form of healing. That glass of water on the table beside you, that's a kind of medicine. That quiet thought, I deserve to feel well, is the beginning of renewal. Let those small things be enough. Let the world's noise fade for a while. You've done something today that most people overlook. You've given yourself time, attention, and care, and that's the foundation for everything that comes next. So, as the light dims and silence begins to settle, remember, your eyes may change, your body may slow, but your ability to nourish yourself gently, mindfully, that remains. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you're meant to be, still growing, still seeing, still becoming. We'll meet again in the next conversation. Until then, go softly. Dear friend, if no one has told you this today, allow me the honor. You are doing better than you think. In a world that moves too fast, that forgets to listen, that overlooks the quiet strength of aging, you've chosen to do something extraordinary. You've paused. You've listened to your body. You've invited a new knowledge. You've reflected with courage. And that is more than enough. You may not feel strong every day. You may not wake with clarity or energy. Some days, your eyes may blur, or your joints may ache, or your spirit may feel low. That is part of being human, especially in this season of life, where everything feels a little slower, a little softer, a little more sacred. But here's what's also true. There is wisdom in your every step. There is power in your patience. There is hope in your habits. The flax, the chia, the pumpkin seed, these are not just foods. They are symbols of how much life still wants to nourish you, of how much you still deserve to be cared for. And when you choose those seeds, or fill your glass with water, or step into the morning light, you are sending a quiet signal to your future self. I am still here, and I still matter. I hope you carry that with you. Just the facts, not just the routines, but the truth behind it all. You are still worthy of attention, still capable of change, still deserving of joy, comfort, and clarity. So let this letter be a small token from one soul to another. You are not alone in your journey. There are others walking beside you, gently, quietly, with the same questions, the same hopes, the same desire to feel well, live well, and age well. And Silver Health Talk will always be a space for you to return to whenever you need a soft place to land. Until then, go gently, eat slowly, rest deeply, and see yourself not with judgment, but with love, with care, the voice that's been walking with you today.